It's all up, Rafan means it's your boy once again. Nadi Bafet, Umshing, Shabala, Lama Vosa, we know our Bafet. But then, as you always say, Bafet, and as you always know, which I'm not alone, Bafet, but then I'm back with another bang, I'm back with another major, I'm back with another big thing, Bafet. But then, anyway, I'm back with Abuti Major here. How are you, sir?
So I'm fine.
Yeah,
I'm
good.
Fine. Thank you. Dongalaga Mavos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. That's the one, Hoodman. So, Hoodman, man, ish. So recently I started this thing, my podcast. Yes. It's a big thing. Yeah, cool. And I love it. I just wanted to see. I have a passion in that. So with how I've been getting like motivation outside people because I need to motivate everyone. I need people to get in there. I need people to indulge with me. So hence why I brought you here, because I feel like we have much to say to them so that they can hear. So that's why I brought you here. It's like Bagwa's major, man.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you are interesting, man.
Well, thank you very much.
Sure. So tell them who's Major, bro.
Gents, Dongalaga Mavos.
Sure.
Major is, well, first of all, my name is Tebo.
Okay. Okay.
Mufuki.
Yeah.
And I was born and raised in Sharpvile.
Sure.
I've been in the Vaal. I am from the Vaal, as I said. And the name Major, I got it from rugby, actually.
Oh, okay.
So I started playing rugby in high school. I went to General Smuts just around the corner in Vereeniging, and I played rugby there. I did commerce in grade 10. I was your typical guy, man. I was very fat when I was growing up. I was a fat boy.
I'm sure you had NH.
I did.
You had NH. You
I was a hyperactive fat boy.
Yeah.
Understand? I had a lot of thin friends.
The one you can't mess with, yeah?
Exactly. You couldn't mess with me.
Yeah.
And even
they can't mess with you.
Have that. But thing is, I haven't been in a fight all my life except for the rugby field. So I will be your mitigator. I will try and stop the fight so that we can enjoy ourselves.
Exactly.
I will never engage in a fight.
Leadership.
Because I believe everyone has a choice.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes,
so I will always choose peace over fight, unless if you really want to fight, then we can square off and then we fight. But I'm from the Vaal, and I grew up, born and bred and raised here, and then I started studying this side 2021. I mean, I'm an open book, dog. I'm as clear as I can get. I have nothing to hide.
Exactly.
I'll tell you whatever you want to know. I'm a straight talker. I really believe in making things simple for people. And that is through direct communication, effective and efficient communication. So
that's what
I love
needed.
Sports as well. I'm a very
I've noticed. Because you came at Amaning last year.
Yes.
Which was good.
Now you guys perform good, but there's a lot of improvement.
Yeah, there is. This is about to amaze you. This is.
I know we're there, man. I will support you.
But anyway, Major, please take us back, because I know which last day you were running.
Yes.
So I wanna know about your thing you ran. What motivated that? Was it the NH that you had, or maybe like when somewhere Parliament? I was like, I wanna be that guy, or what motivated? Which like I wanna join this thing.
Well, I grew up in a very strict household, and in me growing up in a very strict household, I would say my grandfather was my role model. He's late now, but I grew up in a household where a man is supposed to act a certain way.
Exactly.
A man is supposed to do things a certain way and carry himself a certain way. And I think because since from primary, when I was in primary, I was a naughty kid. I was never.
You were a naughty kid.
I was very naughty.
What are you doing in primary? Tell us. I wanna know. Don't worry. Tell us. What are you doing?
Primary, I was not naughty, but I remember somewhere in grade 1. This was my first year, dog. I was so naughty that I pranked one of my teachers.
You were pranking people.
I pranked one of my teachers, and she literally took me out of class. And this is in grade 1. And my first appearance in front of the principal was in grade 2. And grade 3.
What were you doing grade 2 to be in front of the principal?
My naughtiness was a disruptive type of naughty.
No.
I was talking class. I would do my homework, but then start singing in class, talking in class, throw papers around,
Major.
and stuff like that. I was very naughty.
Okay.
So in primary, I was never a leader, and then I went to high school, and I think that's where my leadership muscles started developing. Because in Smarts, you start leadership at an early grade, as grade 8.
They teach you leadership.
They teach you leadership in terms of, we have smaller, and we call them substructures now, but back in those days I wouldn't know what to call it, but it is a substructure of the RCN, which starts from grade 8. It was called the BEMS and GEMS, leadership boys and girls type of thing.
When you attended private, ne?
No, dog.
I don't know that. I don't know that.
It was a public school, dog.
I don't know that.
It was a public school, dog.
So do you believe it's here in Vaal they promote school kakul?
They do.
Okay.
They do. A lot of parents promote children to go to school because there's a lot of factors.
Yeah.
Makulwani, Nyaupe, and stuff like that. Do you understand? So we need school to channel our muscle or our energy into something that's going to build us. So my leadership journey started in Smarts. I was class rep from grade 8 up until grade 10. I was chosen into leadership. And a lot of people have been saying to me, well, since high school, you know what, you have that
ambition, man.
Exactly, you have that thing of saying, no, but this man can lead us. But, or if we in a group and they're like, we need a group lead, and I'm in that group, they're like, no, Major, please be the group leader. I'll just be elected on the spot or chosen on the spot without saying anything. And I really think it's the aura of how I was raised in, and the aura that I carry as well, where when you enter a room as a man, you observe. Keeping eye contact is very important. So I'll always keep eye contact and always look around the room and present myself as a dominant alpha male, which I am, but then in a very good way. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So I think that's how my leadership journey started, and that's how a lot of people now, especially coming to varsity. First year, I stayed in Kumba, and I knew everyone. I made it a point that...
That's the thing, you know everyone, Major.
I try. I love meeting new people. That's me.
Major, when I know everyone.
I love meeting new people. I love learning new cultures, new traditions. So it's always a pleasure for me to now walk into a room of people that I don't know and go around and just say, hi, how are you? Major. I like your shirt. Do you understand? So I'm a very social person. And I think it's in my social energy where people are like, but you can talk to people. I mean, people love listening to you.
Exactly.
Like hanging around you. And you have a lot of good things to say, or you well spoken. Come on, lead us. And that's how I became Prim of Kumba. And then from Prim of Kumba, I was told that's where political influence now came in. Or no, leadership, we want you there.
Babatla everywhere.
And I was like, okay, gentlemen, it's fine, let me do that. And then I went for ACC residence, and the students supported me, which I was very thankful for. And I was residence officer. And then last year came, they wanted me to now take presidency. Big things now, big major things, like your name. That was the toughest time of my life. You know, election campaign or election season, especially with varsity politics, is the most cumbersome.
The politics here, serious politics.
Dog, serious politics. Dog.
Politics.
Politics.
Major.
When the envelopes are flying, phone calls are being made. We are meeting in corners at night. We are getting phone calls from people we don't know. Do you understand? We are meeting somewhere in the bushes, somewhere.
But is it safe though?
No, it's safe. It's just
like safe
off the record type of thing. You understand or no? Okay. This is our presidential candidate. You get to meet what I like to say your handlers, political handlers, and this is now your regional, provincial, and senior politicians or political personalities. And yeah, man, I guess it was because of the students that I was in leadership, because they are the ones that asked me to be in leadership from Prim up until I was in ACC, and students kept on motivating and just telling me, no, Major, you know what?
Go do this, man.
Just carry on, man.
Yeah.
You're doing good already, even though you're not answering everyone's problems, but the least that you're doing, we are happy. So move on, dog. Let's see if you cannot go for presidency. And then, that's how I went for presidential elections.
So they came, and then you got number 2 in that.
I got number 2. Well,
how did you take that?
It was difficult, dog. Because remember, the way I lost elections last year, dog, it was very, and I think this is where the political bureaucracy came in. It was based on the relationships that I've built and the toes that I've stepped on. That's how I lost my elections, because as residence officer, I made a lot of noise in offices. I made a lot of noise in offices, and my noise was too loud for other people, and other people did not like the noise I was making.
Because why?
Remember when, let me just give you a scenario. When Bohlale was striking, remember the strike Bohlale last year?
Last year, I remember that one.
There was a strike in Bohlale, and the owner of Bohlale, which I'm not going to mention, was there at the strike. And then I went there because students called me. They're like, "No, I'm a residence officer. Where are you? You are attending graduations here, and students are being, students are suffering and all of that." So I went with one of my colleagues to Bohlale. And when I got there, it was legit. It was on fire, dog. The heaters were out. By Shisilele, room ya member, the windy house by Fagumli.
It was a serious thing.
It was a serious thing, dog.
Shit.
And that's where you saw now your EFF SC, your SASCO SC, ANC Youth League.
They're combining.
Do you understand? Like, political muscles are now coming together to speak in one voice. And I went there, and as soon as I got there, I asked for the owner, and he was sitting in his car. And the moment I saw him, I gave him a piece of my mind, to a point that I used some vulgar words at some point. And I swore, and I told him that I'm not afraid of him and his friends who are now working in the institution, and he can call them and all of that. And he was just quiet and looking at me and all of that. And then, fine, he promised to now fix whatever that was going to happen. Later that night, I got a text from a staff member from
Bohlale.
No, not from Bohlale, from the institution. From my department. I got a text message saying that it is ill of colleagues to speak. It is what did the message say? Something about me being a coward and me speaking about people behind their backs. You understand? You understand?
Hey.
And I was shocked, dog. And then I screenshotted the message, but I was expecting it. Screenshotted the message, and then I sent it to the relevant offices to now look into this, because I was being now bullied, I was being intimidated, I was being threatened in a way, and no one said anything, dog. And I'm like, no, fine. And then the year went. This was now in May. This was now in, no, it was not in May. Was it in May? Yeah, I think it was. Yes, it was in May. It was in May, and then I got involved in an accident. I was driving the school's car, and then I got involved in an accident, and then the accident happened, I think the 3rd, if not 2nd week of May as well. No, the strike happened in April, and then I was in an accident in May. I can't even remember. But somewhere there, May, June, July, April, May, June, that's when everything happened. The strike, me getting involved in an accident, and all of that. The message as well. And then, fine, I got into an accident. Protection service was there and everything, and they wrote the car off. Now, this happened in May. Happened in May. And then the year went on. When election campaign or election season started in August, the very same person who sent me the message saying that I'm a coward, do you understand? I'm a coward, all that nonsense. He was the person who opened the case against me. He opened a case of damage and theft. He said that I stole the car, what. And fine. And then I was subject to a disciplinary hearing, a DC case. And then that's how I got suspended from elections, because I got suspended in the midst of now election season. Voting lines open next week. My DC sitting today, Friday. They suspend me on this day. Voting lines are opening on Monday. Do you understand?
Shit.
So in my DC, I was told that I have to pay a fine of 13,000.
Yeah, but
and
there's money involved now.
There's money involved now because I damaged school property. I have to now pay 13,000, and in me paying 13,000, I'm suspended from all NW leadership positions with immediate effect. And then from there, that's how I got now disqualified from elections and everything.
Shit.
And it really was tough. It was really tough.
People love you, Major.
I love people as well.
People love you, man. I was shocked.
People as well. I was also shocked, but I was not shocked. I was shocked by the way.
Shocked, bro.
The staff members, especially the person who opened the case, handled the situation. Because I remember during election campaign, I asked one of Mr. Kosomba, he was the ACC administrator. I asked him, oh, but what can I do? How can I go around? You have a question, my boy?
Remember, I want to know, who is the person who was threatening you? I want the name.
Yeah, you can't be exposing people like that.
Unfortunately, I can't expose the name.
You can't.
That man will come and deal with me and finish me off.
And you can't expose people like that.
You understand? Yeah. But he's high up in NW management and high up. Yeah, he's there. It's a he, but he's very high up.
And he's still here?
No, I don't think he's still here. I think his contract ended or something. But
thank God.
But he's still here, but not. He's no longer active. He's still handing over and stuff like that. They found a new person for his position. But he still has power, that man. Yeah?
Because I would say we'll find a replacement for him.
No, for his position, because he's leaving, his contract ended, so he's now leaving. So they're still waiting for someone to fill in his vacancy because he's going somewhere else now.
So
no, angeke asabuya.
Something.
That's the politics, Munna. You know, hey, the tricks of politics, dog. It's politics can be very dark, very, very dark, and you have to be cognizant of everything you do, who you talk to, how you talk to people, who you step on toes. Sometimes you have to now be in a frustration deal, make a deal with the devil, but at the cost of students. And that's one thing that I didn't want, me, myself.
Yeah, I know.
That's how I got now ousted and plotted against to not get presidency. Because I remember telling the owner, Bohlale, listen, the moment or the day I get presidency, you will never get the tender that you want, because you are still busy with the tender. Just say Citizen V. Yes, Citizen V.
So you can stop him from getting the tender if you're president.
If you're president, I mean, you get to sit on you sit on every board, dog, on every committee, tender committee, student life, organizing committee, SLOG, student housing committee. You sit on every board, every committee, dog, every meeting. UMC you there, CMC you there, because you're an institutional president, so you are considered part and parcel of management of the school. But now you are there to be the voice of students. So management will also want to hear what, from the student perspective, how best do they handle a situation or implement a situation.
Yeah, definitely.
So I was going to use the chair to now take it away from him, and that's what I told him initially, face to face.
So he got scared,
I think so.
He got scared.
I think so. And that's how I lost. I lost the position, because I didn't take nonsense, and I still don't take nonsense now, dog.
Yeah,
I still don't take nonsense now.
No, that's my
So remember, are you planning on running this year?
Is this now outside varsity, or is this now related to general elections?
General.
Well, I am, but I'm still thinking about it, because one thing that I want, that one of my goals is to run for ward councillor.
Mm-hmm.
A Sharpvile in my ward 14. So I still need to, because the relationship that side with ANC members, it's not as closely knit as we'd say SASCO here on campus.
Yeah.
You understand? It's grown people who work and everything. So you don't get to see all of them in one place together,
exactly.
Unless if it's now election. So I really need to start making my phone calls and talking to people I know and see if they cannot get me ward councillor.
Is that safe, Mar?
That's another factor.
Yes.
It's not safe because our current ward councillor, she's in hospital now.
Because of people.
Because of
the community.
She's suffering depression and anxiety. She's depressed and she's facing anxiety. So there's a lot of things that I need to consider before I now say I want to go, because
you need to be mentally ready for that.
Exactly, dog.
I need to be mentally ready.
Because that is real time, lifetime, life or death politics.
Definitely,
if you don't agree with what they say, they can kill you.
Once you're inside, Major. Yo, da.
Ngenile uyabulala, sibindi uyaphilisa.
Yo.
Sibindi mfowethu.
I don't
know. Hopefully I will run.
So dangerous ganjena, you still motivated to run.
I mean,
knowing everything that might come.
I mean, it's the love for it, isn't it?
It's
or maybe
at
like
some point you have to do what is right.
Do
you understand? And this is to the politicians as well, dog. You can be corrupt up until a certain point. You can't be corrupt your whole life. And I think that is the values and morals.
So you promote corruption?
I don't promote corruption. All I'm saying is that this is now the time where corruption, it's enough. We've had enough of corruption.
Exactly.
Give us a chance, people who actually studied for governance, who actually studied for politics, studied for economics, studied for communication, to now fill up and take spaces in the public sector to start making things right. Sikatele, load shedding sikatele. Bloody fucking service delivery.
Yes.
We are exhausted.
We are.
High rates and taxes, high food prices, diesel prices.
Petrol, everything.
What's this? Look, we have to now start doing things right. Maladministration of departments. So, in the midst of all the danger,
you want to do it.
I still want to do it. For the love of doing things right. For the love of saying, fine, let's have a second chance. Let's see if we cannot now start from scratch and we build something that is stable and durable for the long term.
Sibindi uyabulala, sibindi uyaphilisa. I kwamambela cause I believe ke Major. Mara it's a good one, Marion. Especially with pure intentions, Mara.
Pure intentions.
Pure intentions, Mara. Also you must be mentally ready for that thing.
Yeah, the emotional intelligence that comes with it is insurmountable. You have to be unshakable. You have to be emona. Stick to your word. Stick to your thing. If baza kuwe batemun siyabona ukuthi uyenze airport la NW. And then you say fine, but we cannot proceed with construction because the land is wet.
Yeah.
I
love it long lava. I love it long lava.
Nice life problem.
I love it long lava.
Yes, yafunda thina beka bayenza.
Yeah.
If now they come and say, listen, we're going to build next to the river, and you tell them, guys, but it's wet, you cannot build. And these people come with the motive of now making money and just saying, folk, whether you have otherwise, that's when you have to now stick. That's where you have to now listen and be true to yourself. Rather say to them, okay, fine, if you guys want to carry on, let me make it known that I have no part in this as a public servant. Let me make it known that there's a construction mafia who wants to go ahead with this, and as a mayor or ward councillor or whoever, I am not part of this. Do you understand? And whatever happens, let it happen. If they kill you, they kill you. If they don't kill you, then you'll either resign or either something will happen eventually. But sticking to your guns is important because it teaches you how to stay true to yourself as a person, how to train your emotional intelligence as well, and your problem thinking skill and critical thinking skill on the spot. So it really helps a lot being true to yourself.
Yeah, it does. So yeah, I had one question for you, ne? So So you're a leader yourself, ne?
Myself.
So this thing of leadership is not safe, man. This thing of leadership,
but
man.
Life in general is not safe, though.
My life is about risks, well,
yeah, leadership is also about risks.
Yeah.
You risk.
My question is, if there's someone out there in NW right now,
yeah,
he wants to run for, he wants to start, he wants to follow your footsteps.
Yeah.
Where can he start?
Yeah.
Well, just start by building genuine connections with normal people. What I always encourage is, when you speak to people, you speak to the heart. Do not speak to unati.
Yeah.
You understand? I speak to the heart and to the mind of people. And it's by small things, dog. The greeting, asking how was your day, enjoy your day. A simple compliment.
It's the small things, basically.
I like your shirt. Do you understand? And just taking my time and just standing and just asking about your day. Are you okay? How's academics? No academics. That time I don't know you.
We'll communicate about in that way.
Exactly. Just show people that, you know what, this guy or this person is a genuine person.
And you're interested in that person.
And I'm interested, dog, in knowing.
Even if you don't know that person, like, it's amazing.
Dog, maybe I love your shoes and I'll stop you just because of your shoes and say, Amanda, tell me about your shoes in fit. I love them. No, my name is Major. How are you? No, I'm fine. How's everything going? It's far away from leadership. It's far away from showing ambition. It's just being a genuine person, having a genuine conversation, and looking out for another person.
It's just pure like that.
Do you understand?
Nice.
So I would advise anyone who wants to be in leadership, especially in varsity, have a good and strong, genuine relationship with normal students. Normal students.
What do you mean by normal students?
Not leadership. Not your academic chapter leaders, not your political leaders.
Oh, okay.
But just
students.
In general. Yeah. Whether you are
a genuine person,
sweet, Mnandi, Fede, gone. Just build genuine relationships, dog. Because at the end of the day, it is the very same relationships that are going to deliver you wherever you want to go. I mean, you never know where we're going to end up, dog. This guy might be the next McG. We never know. But because you have a relationship, I mean, he might call me the next time I'm president of the country or businessman or something of some sort. We are studying a lot of different things. Different things and good building things.
Definitely.
So we can actually believe and start investing in our friendships now, so that when the future throws us into important positions, we can go back to our relationship and say, hey, Njayam, I need something there from the office of the governor. I need something there from private sector. I need something there. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, so it's amazing.
I would advise someone, go into this relationship building thing for the future, because we're not building for now. We're building for 10, 20, 50 years plus. We never know, dog, where life is going to put us. So just build genuine relationships, dog. And once you stabilize and you consolidate on those relationships, anything you want, you'll get it.
Yeah, Major, tough. So that question that I wanted to ask you, so being a president, for sure there are many things that you'd wanna fix, or maybe there are no things that you can fix, but then there's some input that you can put in people, or maybe in the offices, big offices yourself. So let's say you do get that presidency chance and then you take it again, and then what would you change, or is there something that you need to change, or are you conche?
Well, in general, dog, there's a lot of things that I want to change. First of all, the relationship between management and the students. What I realized when I was a residence officer is that people who work in offices and students are two different things. And they have two different perspectives of one another. Management will say, but students are rebels, and students are now banning, students are thieves, students, you cannot trust a student and all that. And a student will now say to management, oh no, but management never listens to us. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? The lines of communication between management and students must change. The first department that I would look into is residence department as president, because this is what happens. There there is business, enterprise and development, which is the head department. And now under BED, you have residence office. You have residence. Ne? So residence will have its own manager, but then the manager in residence will now report to the director of BED. You understand? And these two entities are two different things, because BED is the business side of residence, and people who work in residence follow suit of BED.
BED, yeah.
So residence department will now go and accredit private accommodations. Ne? They will go, not residence, BED. We will go and now accredit accommodations and then come back. But now these accredited accommodations are paid by finance, which is another department on its own. And now the problem comes in where a student wants to leave. If a student wants to leave a certain private accommodation, they do not go to one office. They have to go to BED residence and finance. And most probably, or most of the time, finance will tell them, okay, but we've already paid in advance. Now you cannot move. Now the student has to endure the abuse or the facilities or the nonsense that they're facing in private accommodation just because finance says, but we've paid in full. And another thing is that we one thing that the school lacks, dog, we do not have enough employees. We don't have enough employees, because the person who is supposed to deal with resident stuff in finance is not there. It's a vacant position. So the finance department is overburdened by NSFAS. Now it's residence, now it's this, and it's difficult, dog. You cannot pay in advance if Kidula Masepe have already paid in advance. So I cannot do anything. If I'm going to leave, then I'll have to pay that landlord on my behalf. Either way, dog, landlords make money at the cost of students.
Definitely, they are.
Whether however we want to look at it,
they are,
dog.
They are.
So I would change that and just bring it down to just one office. Take the student residence office and put it under student life department, because student life was also affected because the student life looks after students. So now BED and residence is the landlord and student life are the students, but student life is also a department, and student life cannot now tell BED to now say no, take that student out and take them that side, because it's a lot of different dynamics.
Definitely,
it's different dynamics. So I would take residence and put it under student life, so that we know under student life we have someone who's going to deal with the private accommodations, someone who's going to deal with the moving of students and pay of landlords, so that we know as a student, the very same way if you have a problem with your finance, you can go to finance. The very same way you have a problem with your residence, or you just go to Kalang or Karen or Lungile or Mr. Porter. You don't know where to go. Do you understand? So we have to minimize that. Have one office for everything. The next one is the sporting department.
Yeah,
there's a lot of potential in sports, especially in the Vaal. A lot of potential in fundraising, in investments and everything. I don't know if you guys know, but Kaizer Chiefs had an academy 2015, back in 2015,
really?
2016. Yeah, there was you see the ACC office? No, not the ACC office. Van Skyke, where Van Skyke is now, that was the Kaizer Chiefs building.
Really?
Yeah.
So what happened to it?
I don't know. I don't know, though.
But
so I would go back and bring such investment initiatives, because we have good soccer players, good soccer teams. We have good basketball players and teams, good rugby players and teams.
Even netball also.
Even netball and hockey, dog. I was very shocked when they told us that the hockey team did not go for USAs because they didn't have budget or
funds.
Didn't have funds. And I'm like, but this is a university sport. It's a sporting code offered by an institution of higher learning. How can they not have funds?
The fuck.
Do you understand? So my focus, should I take that chance of being president again, would be more on the administration side of a lot of departments, dog. To see that, let us sit down and say, sports department, okay, how many people are we short? How do we fill these positions? We have people who study sports sciences in Mafikeng, in Vaal, in Poch. If they can't find a job, let's hire them. Let's see how we can expand our scope. let's see how can we expand investment in sports. And an investment in sports will come with investment in infrastructure. Eventually, we build.
Yeah.
Hockey, we have Curo, they have nice facilities. We form a partnership with them, dog.
They are here.
Dog, I mean, it's easy to build relationships, dog. You just need to now go and talk to people, see how best you can solve it. And the third thing that I'll do is make the campus more student friendly, dog. In terms of your freshers, your reg, let us get more students who sell. We now building entrepreneurship muscle. We're now building innovation. We're now building the creativity muscle in a student to say, students, the very same way we have talent search, will look for business deals or business opportunities that will sell.
Definitely.
During reg, during fresher. So students come, sell, and then students buy from you, and then we create an inward and it's macro, micro, a micro economy, a micro economy, an inside economy, so that the money circulates around students. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I do.
We get more stakeholders, Black Label, SAB, the very same thing that Poch has, dog. Poch, when Poch goes for reg or has freshers, you have big names, big sponsors, Heineken, Castle, Jack Daniels. You have everyone coming on board. And the nice thing about that is that some of these sponsors do not bring anything, but they'll offer to pay for an artist or an act or whatever the case may be. It helps. It makes it easier for the student leadership structure to now deal with your ticket sales, with your marketing and everything. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So I would open, there's a lot of red tape that the school has. I would open that up, dog, and loosen the leash a bit, and let us just breathe and grow, but in a very channeled way and in a very observed way. Okay, now we're not going to do this, but this is the direction. Even though you want to do whatever you do, but do it in this direction. You do understand?
Yes, mate.
So my term would be based on growth, basically.
Sure.
Growth of students, growth of the campus, growth of everything, at large, dog.
Yeah, no, I have a lot to say, actually. Touching the people there, actually.
I hope they listen well.
I hope you're listening, Wafet. But then before you close it, Major man, I want to ask one question, which is like touching a lot of people, not just politically, but then, so to someone out there who's maybe facing a lot of shit, because I believe like when in this world we have like a lot of people facing a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And they can't say it rather, but then they can say it through a text, through social media, and then they end up killing themselves. And then such things people do not talk about, because actually we are a broken generation, because we don't talk about such things.
We are.
Compared to abantu bakudala, they used to talk with, hey, I choose so like what did you say to someone out there when it's like she or he is not feeling okay, and then he or she needs someone what at least I heard that. So what do you say to someone like that?
That's very tough one, dog.
Yeah.
It's very tough. However, all I can say is that wherever you are now, you never thought you were going to be here a couple of years ago.
Exactly.
So first and foremost, be thankful for where you are, because not a lot of people survived what you've been through. And you being alive and you being here at that current moment, it's a good thing. It's a miracle. It's God. We thank God for you being here. Second of all, don't be too hard on yourself. A lot of people tend to be too hard on themselves, unnecessarily so, dog.
Definitely. Yes.
Sometimes just take a breather. If you're tired, do not stop. Don't stop when you're tired. Rather rest. Because there's a difference between resting and stopping. If you have a test coming in, I'm writing myself on Tuesday. I learned about this yesterday. We were writing Tuesday, and I'm just like, what the bloody hell? I have rugby tomorrow. I have church on Sunday. Mondays, I'm back here. I don't have time to study. However, making time and just eliminating things that you deem unnecessary. Start prioritizing yourself in terms of feelings. If you feel out of place, if you feel not even challenged, if you feel down, you feel sad, start prioritizing your feelings. Select what you're going to think. What you're going to think of. Select what you're going to allow to have access to emotions, because the Chinese say the strongest person is the one that can control how you feel, the one that makes you angry. So if someone makes you angry, that person has power over you.
Definitely.
It's selective perception, it's selective feeling. You select how you want to feel, or you select what is going to make you feel a certain way. Prioritize yourself by going through that selection process. If you're sad, sit down and deal with it. After dealing with it, you now have the power of choice to now say, this is how I'm going to go about this. Because in everything, we have the power of reaction. We can react. We can move. So you cannot say, I'm sad, I'm going to kill myself. You decided to kill yourself. Practice the power of choice. Decide on how you're going to deal with your feelings. Take a walk. Drink water. Listen to music. Do something that will make you forget, but in the same way dealing with those emotions. It is tough, yes, but what good does it bring if you quit now?
If you quit now, yeah.
What happens if you quit? What must happen if you say, no, I'm quitting, I'm deregistering? Because you're letting yourself down. Above anything, you're letting yourself down. You've worked hard to be wherever you are.
So you need to keep pushing.
Keep on keeping on, dog. It's tough, but it's worth it. There's a quote that says, saying you love someone is easy, but being in love is not. Saying you are someone's friend is easy, but being in a friendship is not. Ultimately, things that matter are not easy. Things that matter will never be easy. And to show that you're on the right path, just know that it's tough. Whatever you're going through is tough. There's no easy way out. There is no easy way out, dog. Even gold itself must now be, it must go through furnaces and a process of excruciating it to be in its purest form. Do you understand?
I do.
Keep on keeping on. Things that matter are never easy. That's why we do them. That's why we do them. It's not easy saying that it's not easy being your friend, dog. Being in a friendship is never easy.
It's not easy.
It's never easy because I have to maintain you, you have to maintain me. We have to keep each other in check. And that's where now you'll have your personality differences, you have your ego differences, character differences. But in the name of saying we are keeping this friendship because we know what good this friendship has done to me and to you, we cannot now say, hey, man, fuck you. We can't just say that. We have to go back to being committed in friendships, in relationships, no matter how hard it is, because ultimately it's always dark before dawn, dog.
Yeah,
it's always dark before dawn. At the end of the day, when everything comes to an end, even that bad thing or that feeling, it will come to an end.
Yeah, nothing is easy with it, but then as we always say with it too, we never rest, we only rest at the end. Don't quit with it too. It's your boy, Nadi with it too. And I have Major, but then we have a question
Major.
My brother.
As the intuition. But then I just want to give you the opportunity.
Yeah. I love you guys too. Thank you so much.
To your voters, to everyone, because we all love you.
I love you guys.
Talk to them.
Thank you so much. I really don't know
just want to give you
what to say. But guys, no matter what happens in life, just know I really don't know what to say. But guys, no matter what happens in life, just know that you will get eventually that AMG that you want. Eventually you will get that house. You will get that AMG that you want. You will get that house in Sandton that you want. You will get that jet-setting lifestyle that you want. But it all comes down to what you do today. I mean, we reap what we sow. You start planting now, and you'll have an environment just like this for your own in the future. But you do what you have to do. Do what you have to do. Just keep the discipline of being consistent, being durable, and just being the discipline of being disciplined. Just keep that discipline. The discipline of being disciplined is the toughest challenge for me, but what doesn't kill you, it makes you strong. You practice slowly but surely, day by day. Rome was not built in a day, but it was built every day. That's the trick. It was not built in a day, but every day a brick was laid. So let us be the Roman Empire and start building our Rome. Let us be Caesar and we build our Rome every day. It is possible. It's possible. It is possible, guys. And I love you all. We keep in touch. I'm still around on campus, and find me on social media. Instagram, I'm Lord_Lieutenant.Major, and then Facebook, Debo Mofukeng. And then if you want my numbers, you can come and ask me for my numbers.
Danko.
Guys.
Sabonga. Thank you so much.
Perfect.
I'll do that, Goodman. I'll do that.